Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. As you well know, Unrivaled is the league founded by Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart to give players an opportunity in the offseason to remain in the United States and play a sort of full court-ish 3-on-3 game with slightly modified rules, and to have equity in the league if you were among the first to join the league, and also to have amenities and be treated in a certain way, apparently, that players say they're not treated in the WNBA. First season was January of 2025, and season 2 is set to be January 2026. Now, with all those positives about the league and players really seeing it as leverage in these WNBA negotiations, it's also a place apparently for coaches to get a second opportunity. Last season, Teresa Weatherspoon was the coach of the Vinyl Unrivaled team, and she had just been fired by the Chicago Sky. We know what Angel Reese's first season was like. They didn't make the playoffs. A lot of people, including myself, felt like Teresa Weatherspoon was tied up into trying to first have Angel Reese compete for Rookie of the Year, and then really pushing that double-double streak to the detriment of other players, including Camila Cardoso. And really, in my opinion, as I've shared many times, to the detriment of developing Angel Reese. Well, Unrivaled, first season, who gets hired? Teresa Weatherspoon. Second chance, coaching professionally. Well, now it has been announced that Noelle Quinn, who was just fired from the Seattle Storm, will be coaching in Unrivaled. Second chance for Noelle Quinn. Now, again, Noelle Quinn coached the Seattle Storm. She's been hired to coach a new Unrivaled team called Breeze. So Noelle Quinn, check this out. I couldn't pass this up. I had to say it. Noelle Quinn has gone from coaching the Storm to coaching the Breeze. Sounds like a demotion to me. From the Storm to the Breeze, but still working those elements. She gets a second chance with Unrivaled. So it appears to me that the league is not just interested in focusing on players and creating more opportunities for players, but it's also focused on creating second opportunities for WNBA coaches or former WNBA coaches. Interesting, right? I remember people wondering about Teresa Weatherspoon when she got hired to coach the 3-on-3 Unrivaled League, and then they wondered if maybe this would be an open door for her to get back into the WNBA. Maybe it will, or maybe it's just Unrivaled saying, okay, you're getting rid of this player, this coach, and this coach. We're going to take them on and we're going to support them. I don't know. But it's also been announced that Angel Reese will not participate in Unrivaled. She did participate in Unrivaled in season 1. Her team, Rose BC, won the championship, although Angel Reese did not play in that championship, did not even come to the championship game. She had another season ending with injury. So she didn't finish out her WNBA season and her rookie season with injury. And then she went to Unrivaled and she didn't finish out that season. And then her second season in the WNBA, she didn't finish that season. All three reportedly from injury. Although I don't think most people really believe that she didn't finish out her second season in the WNBA because of injury. She had made some comments in an interview about her team, and there was some fire a part of that. And part of that fire she had to face was having to sit out. And all of a sudden, after warming up in one of the games, her back was hurting again, and she never played again for her team, which of course did not make the playoffs either. And she didn't do an exit interview either. So I don't know how hurt she was, other than her feelings perhaps being hurt. But that's 3 seasons she didn't finish, and now she's not participating in Unrivaled. But Angel Reese has a lot of things going on. And she has told us before that she's not just a basketball player. So I wouldn't be surprised if she has some things in the works. And I don't know that basketball is her number one priority. Whatever it is, she's not participating. I'm sure they want Caitlin Clark to participate in Unrivaled. They really went after her in season 1, and she's not doing that either. So who is playing in Unrivaled? The list is growing because the teams are growing. So we're going to take a look at the list. We've added some Fever players to that list. And the Bleacher Report headline says, Unrivaled announces 2026 season roster reveal date for Paige Bueckers, all players. So Paige Bueckers gets a shout out by herself, and then it's all players. Okay. Rosters for the second season of the Unrivaled 3-on-3 Women's Basketball League will be revealed on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, streaming exclusively on Bleacher Report app and YouTube. Says Unrivaled rosters will be revealed November 5th. Paige Bueckers joins which team? Which stars change teams? Unrivaled Club roster reveal show drops exclusively in Bleacher Report app and Bleacher Report YouTube next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So I guess Unrivaled's not going to have it on Unrivaled YouTube. It says exclusively, so I guess not. All right, November 5th. So the reveal will feature a full rundown of every player who will compete in Unrivaled 2026, along with which teams they will play for. And for those of you who don't know the teams, they are Laces BC, Lunar Owls BC, Mist BC, Phantom BC, Rose BC, and Vinyl BC. Those are back for year 2, while 2 expansion teams have been added in Breeze BC. And again, that will be coached by former Storm coach Noelle Quinn, from the Storm to the Breeze. And then there's Hive BC. I bet you they'll come out stinging. Okay, bad joke. Thus far, 48 players have been announced for participation in the second year of Unrivaled. They are as follows. So I'm going to run through this really quickly. And let's go. Alyssa Thomas, Rakia Jackson, Satu Sabali, Paige Bueckers, Sanaya Rivers, Erica Wheeler, Brianna Stewart. I still don't know if Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier should be playing in the league they founded. I talked about that last year. Anyway, we'll keep going. Brianna Stewart, Lexi Holt. No, I know Lexi Holt played last year. Actually, her team won that championship. She was on the team with Angel Reese, Rose BC. But I still say no, and I'll explain why when I'm done with the list. Azure Stevens, Jackie Young, Sonia Citron, Veronica Burton, Kate Martin, Dearica Hamby, Natasha Cloud, Aaliyah Edwards, Kiki Iriafin, Monique Billings, Nafisa Collier, Ray Burrell, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Sykes, Kelsey Mitchell. No! There's a pattern in my nose, so pay attention. All right. Nas Hillman, Kalia Copper, Alicia Gray, Shakira Austin, Courtney Williams, Sugg Sutton, Natisha Heidemann, Skylar Diggins, Brittany Griner, Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston. No! And Aaliyah Boston played last year also. Ezzy Magbagor, Rachel Banham, Cameron Brink, Arike Agumbawale, Marina Mabry, Maddie Segrist, Elena Smith, Jordan Canada, Lee Yarud, Kelsey Plum, Dana Evans, Ari McDonald. No! Rebecca Allen, and Dominique Malanga. That was a name recently added. Dominique was recently added, as was Rachel Banham. And there's one more recently. Oh, and Ari McDonald recently added, if I remember correctly. So it says Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Brittany Griner, and Alyssa Thomas are among the biggest names back for year 2, while several new names have signed on as well, including Paige Bueckers. Okay. So Paige is there. I did a video about that last year because I gave that also a no, even though she's not included in the other no's. Why am I saying no? I'm saying no because, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I am going to say this. If you watched last season, you know that there were so many injuries. I had never seen so many injuries in my life. Even before they played a game, people were not playing. They had to bring in hardship contract. I don't know if that's what they called it there in Unrivaled, but they had to bring in players and they were popping around from team to team. And it was just there was so many injuries. I had never seen anything like it until the WNBA season that followed. It's like it didn't stop. It went from there right through. And frankly, I said no for Lexi Hall, for Leah Boston, for Kelsey Mitchell, for Ari McDonald. And not that I don't care about all the other players, because I do. I hate to see anybody injured. But my Fever team, I want my Fever team well. And I'm not saying they won't be well. I am not speaking that over them. In fact, I'm speaking the opposite. But I'm saying from what I witnessed last season, I'm just like, whew. I personally would rather my Fever players not play in Unrivaled. I know it's a good opportunity to make money, so I can't be upset about it. And I certainly intend to be watching. But I kind of feel like if they have to play an Unrivaled, I wish they could play on the same team and continue to develop as a team. But of course, that's not going to happen, and I get it. You don't want it to be like a practice for the WNBA, and then it works against the other teams. But I really think that would be cool if they could stay together and hone their skills together. And if not, I honestly wish that they would play. They would get Caitlin and all of them, Caitlin, Lexi, Aaliyah, all of them, and let them play together and hire some folks to practice against. That's just the way I think. You might say, what are you talking about? But no, for real, if the team, or who you might expect to be the team still in the Fever, could play together in the off season, oh my goodness, with them being healthy at that and staying healthy. Yeah. Okay. Back to this. So it says Unrivaled has already. What happened? Get out of here. It says, where are you? There it is. Unrivaled has already announced the head coaches for all 8 teams, headlined by Noelle Henry, who is returning as head coach of the defending champion Rose BC. Remember, I think she's an assistant with Dallas Wings in the WNBA. But she's returning as the head coach for the defending champions. So you got Noelle Henry, Noelle Quinn, Breeze, from the Storm to the Breeze, Rena Wakama, Hive BC. That's the other expansion team. Andrew Wade, Laces, DJ Sackman, Lunar Owls, Zach O'Brien, Mist, and Ronika Hodges, Phantom. Teresa Weatherspoon will return again for Vinyl. All right. So, yeah, I'll put the link in the description. I don't necessarily need to read all this, except I'll come down here and say it starts on January 5th and it runs into March. So Unrivaled really seems to serve several functions. Number one, I believe it was founded when it was because of the whole CBA situation to have leverage against the WNBA. And I will say what I have said many times. I don't believe that Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier should be at the negotiating table for the WNBA, because I feel that they have something to gain in things maybe not being so smooth. And I think that not everybody is obviously going to be playing. I know not all the WNBA players will be playing in Unrivaled. And so it's just a conflict of interest, and not everybody's going to have a place anywhere if they don't get these negotiations hammered out. But I have said that before. And also, Unrivaled gives players an opportunity to stay in the United States to make really good money. It will be interesting in the CBA negotiations if players will be allowed to play in the WNBA and continue to play in Unrivaled. If you're getting more money, I mean, with all the injuries I saw, I don't know that I want players playing all different places like Athletes Unlimited and Unrivaled and overseas and all those things. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, because I feel rather confident that that has come up and that the league likely doesn't want players playing all over the place. Will Unrivaled be able to be maintained? And this is exactly why I say the founders of Unrivaled shouldn't be negotiating, because what if they say, okay, we'll give you this, and this, but that's got to go. And also, Unrivaled seems to serve as an opportunity for coaches who have been let go by the WNBA to have another immediate coaching opportunity in Unrivaled. Whether that is by design or not, I don't know, but there it is. Starts in January. So we'll see what happens. But what we have seen is that Noelle Quinn, formerly of the Storm, is now going to be coaching the Breeze. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.